What if the strength you are losing isn't gone forever, but is merely sleeping inside you? Our world tells you this decline is inevitable, but it is a lie. The final insight I will share tonight is not just an exercise, it is the key to reawakening your entire body. Stay with me, because this single understanding before you sleep will change the path you are on. Understanding stillness. We live in a world that praises noise, speed, and constant movement. We are taught from a young age that to be still is to be unproductive, to be lazy. This belief, this constant push, follows us throughout our lives. It creates a frantic energy within our minds, and this mental chaos translates directly into the body. As we grow older, the body can no longer sustain this frantic pace. It begins to break down, not because of age itself, but because it has never been given the chance to find its own center, its own quiet strength. We see muscle disappear, and we think the answer is to push harder, to lift more, to fight against the tide with the same frantic energy that created the problem. This is like trying to calm a storm by shouting at the wind. It does not work. The first step to rebuilding is not to add more, but to find the stillness that has been lost. Imagine a tall, strong tree. Its strength does not come from its branches thrashing in the wind. Its strength comes from its deep, quiet roots anchored in the earth. The tree does not worry about the storm. It allows the wind to pass through it because its foundation is secure. Your body is this tree. The constant worry, the rushing, the mental chatter, this is the wind that is shaking you. It creates a deep internal tension. This tension is the enemy of your muscles. It restricts blood flow, it shortens your breath, and it sends a constant signal of alarm to your entire system. A body in a state of alarm cannot heal, cannot rebuild, and it certainly cannot grow stronger. It can only survive. So before we even consider a single movement, we must first learn to quiet the storm within. We must give our body permission to stop fighting. This process begins in the mind. The belief that your strength is a memory is a heavy burden. It creates a feeling of defeat before you even begin. I want you to challenge this belief. True strength is not the brute force of your youth. It is a resilient, intelligent force that comes from a deep connection between your mind and your body. It is the ability to be calm in the face of challenge, to move with intention rather than with panic. Before bed, instead of dwelling on what you have lost, I want you to simply sit in a comfortable chair, close your eyes, and do not try to do anything. Just be. Notice the noise in your mind, the thoughts that rush past. Do not judge them, do not chase them, just observe them like clouds passing in the sky. This simple act of observation, of non-judgmental awareness, is the beginning of creating stillness. In these moments of quiet, you are telling your nervous system that it is safe. You are loosening the tight grip of anxiety that keeps your muscles clenched and starved of energy. You are allowing your body to exit a state of survival and enter a state of restoration. This is not a passive act. It is the most active and powerful thing you can do to prepare the soil for new growth. You are creating the foundation. Without this foundation of inner calm, any exercise, any movement is simply building a house on sand. It might stand for a little while, but it will not last. The stillness you cultivate is the bedrock upon which all lasting strength is built. It is the forgotten language of the body, and it is time we learn to speak it again. Awakening energy. Once we have begun to cultivate a space of stillness in the mind, we can then turn our attention to the body itself. Think of your body as a garden. For years, perhaps, this garden has been neglected. The soil has become hard and compacted from stress and tension. The pathways where life-giving water should flow are blocked with weeds and stones. If you were to simply throw seeds onto this hard, blocked ground, what would happen? Nothing. They would not take root. They would not grow. To rebuild the muscle and vitality in your own body, you must first tend to the garden. You must soften the soil and clear the pathways. This is what I mean when I speak of awakening energy. It is not some mystical force. It is the very real physical process of releasing stored tension so that blood, oxygen, and life can flow freely again. Where does this tension live? It resides in the places you feel the most stiffness, the neck, the shoulders, the lower back, the hips. These areas become like dams in a river, holding back the natural flow of your body's own healing resources. When the flow is blocked, the areas beyond the dam, your limbs, your hands, your feet, become weak and starved. The muscle does not receive the nourishment it needs to maintain itself, so it begins to atrophy. It disappears. The solution then is not to force the weakened muscles to work harder. The solution is to gently dismantle the dams, to release the chronic, unconscious tension that is choking the life from your system. This is a subtle work, a work of listening rather than commanding. Your body has been trying to speak to you for a long time through these aches and pains. Now we will learn to listen. This awakening begins with your breath. The breath is the link between your mind and your body. A shallow, tight breath is the breath of anxiety and fear. It keeps the body in a state of tension. A deep, slow, and full breath is the breath of calm and release. It is the master tool for softening the compacted soil of your body. As you sit in your chair, begin to follow the path of your breath. Feel the air enter through your nose, cool and clean. Imagine it traveling down deep into your belly. Allow your abdomen to expand softly like a balloon. Do not force it, just allow it. And as you exhale, imagine all the tension, all the stiffness, all the worry flowing out with the breath. Let your shoulders drop. Let the muscles in your jaw relax. Let your hands become soft in your lap. Each breath is an invitation for your body to let go. With every deep, slow exhale, you are gently clearing the blockages. You are signaling to every cell that the danger has passed. The fight is over. It is now time to rest and repair. You may notice subtle sensations as you do this. A feeling of warmth, a slight tingling in your fingers or toes. This is the river beginning to flow again. This is the energy, the blood, the life force, reaching the areas that have been starved for so long. This simple practice of mindful breathing, done for just a few minutes before bed, is profoundly powerful. It changes the entire chemical environment of your body from one of stress to one of healing. You are not just relaxing, you are actively preparing your body for the deepest, most restorative sleep, where the true work of rebuilding can finally take place. Gentle flow. Now that we have prepared the mind with stillness and awakened the body with breath, we can introduce movement. But this is not movement as you know it. It is not a workout. It is not a strain. It is a prayer. It is a conversation with your body. We will perform a simple single movement, but we will perform it with total presence and intention. This is the practice that will tie everything together, the calm mind, the deep breath, and the physical body, into one unified healing ritual before you sleep. This is how you reclaim what feels lost. Stand up if you are able. If not, you can adapt this seated in a chair, focusing on the intention and the upper body. Place your feet about shoulder width apart. Feel the soles of your feet connecting to the floor. Imagine roots growing down from your feet, deep into the earth, anchoring you and making you stable. Let your knees be soft, slightly bent. Never lock your joints. A locked joint is a blocked channel. We want everything to be open and flowing. Let your arms hang loosely at your sides. Close your eyes or keep them softly focused on a point on the floor in front of you. Take a few of those deep, calming breaths we practiced, filling your belly and exhaling the tension. Now, we begin the flow. As you inhale slowly and deeply through your nose, allow your arms to float up in front of you. Do not lift them with muscle. Imagine they are being lifted by the breath itself, as if they are balloons filling with air. They are light, effortless. Your hands are soft, your fingers gently curved. The movement is slow, graceful, and smooth. Let them rise until they are about the height of your chest. Feel the space you are creating in your shoulders and upper back. At the top of the inhalation, pause for just a moment. Feel the fullness in your chest and belly, the feeling of gentle expansion. Now, as you begin to exhale slowly through your mouth, turn your palms to face downward and gently, slowly, press them down. Again, do not use force. Imagine you are pressing down on calm water. Feel the connection between your hands and the ground. As your arms descend, feel the energy collecting in your center, in your lower abdomen. Feel yourself becoming more grounded, more solid, more rooted into the earth. Let your arms come all the way down to your sides as you fully exhale, and then you begin again. Inhale, the arms float up. Exhale, the arms press gently down. That is all. This single, continuous, slow movement is what contains the most powerful insight. As you do this, you are not just moving your arms. You are physically gathering the calm energy of the universe on the inhale and storing it within your core on the exhale. You are washing your body with your own breath. You are teaching your mind and muscles to work together in harmony, not in conflict. This simple flow lubricates the joints, calms the nervous system, and directs nourishing blood and oxygen to your entire body right before you enter the restorative state of sleep. You are telling your body, we are not broken, we are whole, and now it is time to heal. Do this 9 times before bed. Let it be the last thing you do. This ritual changes the very quality of your rest. You are not just going to sleep, you are beginning a profound process of rebuilding. Lasting roots. This nightly practice of stillness, breath, and gentle flow is not a magic pill. It is the dedicated act of tending to your own garden day after day. A tree does not grow deep roots overnight. It does so through consistent, quiet persistence, season after season. Your strength and vitality will return in the same way, not with a sudden burst, but with a slow, steady, and beautiful unfolding. The purpose of this ritual before bed goes far beyond the few minutes you spend doing it. It sets the stage for the entire night. By calming your mind and releasing the tension in your body, you allow yourself to enter a much deeper and more restorative phase of sleep. It is in this deep sleep that your body produces the hormones responsible for muscle repair and growth. You are creating the perfect internal conditions for your body to heal itself. You may start to notice small changes at first, waking up with less stiffness in your hands and joints, feeling a sense of calm and clarity in the morning instead of fog and fatigue, having a little more energy for your walk, for playing with your grandchildren. These are not small things. They are the signs that your roots are beginning to take hold, that the river is flowing freely once again. They are proof that your body has not forgotten how to be strong. It was simply waiting for the right conditions. It was waiting for you to stop fighting against it and start working with it. This practice builds a new kind of confidence, a quiet inner certainty that comes not from a number on a scale or the size of a muscle, but from a deep intuitive trust in your own body's wisdom. As this becomes a part of your life, you are fundamentally changing your relationship with the aging process. You are moving from a state of passive acceptance of decline to one of active, graceful participation in your own well-being. This sense of agency, of being in control of how you feel, is perhaps the most powerful benefit of all. The fear of falling, the fear of becoming frail and dependent, these fears begin to lose their power. They are replaced by the quiet strength you feel growing from your core, the stability you feel in your connection to the earth. You begin to walk with more confidence, to move with more freedom, to live with more joy, because you are no longer at war with your own body. This is your legacy, not the one you leave for others, but the one you live for yourself every single day. It is a legacy of self-respect, of honoring the incredible vessel that has carried you through this life. The disappearing muscles are a symptom of a deeper disconnection. By healing that disconnection with this simple, profound practice, you do more than just stop the decline. You begin a process of regeneration. You reawaken the intelligent, resilient, and vital force that has been within you all along, waiting patiently in the stillness.